Woo, what is up, folks? As per usual, hope we're all doing well. Welcome back to the show here at Esports Talk. Hope you got your water, got your coffee, because the Valorant drama did not stop this past weekend, and it got pretty bad for a couple of teams out there. A lot of disappointed fans, as we talked about late last week, the Last Chance Qualifier. The LCQ slowly approaching, but several players, all of 100 Thieves, and a lot of the community very upset with a single elimination format for several teams who were to show up for the play-in or the upper quarterfinal matchups. And, well, it unfortunately struck a bit harder this past weekend, as it's now been announced by that Champions Tour that the two Australian teams, known as Chiefs and Order, will no longer be attending due to complex factors around travel. As Riot stated, ahead of the NA and OCE Last Chance Qualifier, we've been working to secure travel to and from Los Angeles for Order and Chiefs Esports Club, the two qualifying teams from the Valorant Oceania Tour. Due to COVID-19 regulations, travel documentation issues, and additional complex factors, we cannot ensure that these teams could travel, compete in the event, and return home in a reasonable time frame. As a result, Order and Chiefs will not be attending LCQ. And if you guys remember last week as well, one of the former Aussie CSGO pros, known as Dick Stacy, in a reply to Hiko, he also mentioned the struggles of having to travel for these kind of events and get things together, as the Aussie teams would not only fly for 16 plus hours, but then have to quarantine for 3 weeks just to possibly play a single series before being sent home. Apparently that's not happening at all now. And plenty of people were stressing their disappointment in this and the treatment of OCE teams out there, and people like Ducky and others now posting, well, what's already been known publicly, what's also been told to us from a source, that Riot Games, what was told to us, was too slow and inexperienced to get these teams handled when it comes time for traveling. Ducky shared even more of the struggles that apparently went on behind the scenes, and with those pieces of information being shared, you now maybe understand why both of these teams also released a joint statement on what went down. As they said, both the Chiefs and Order's respective teams have spent months competing in various qualifiers to earn their spot in the VCT 2021 North America Last Chance Qualifier. We were looking forward to being able to prove ourselves at the event, which would have been our first opportunity to face international teams and showcase what our region is capable of. Across both traditional sports and esports, the OCE region always punches above our weight and consistently delivers on the international stage. This event was a key opportunity that was fundamental to the ecosystem as a whole. Not only was it the opportunity under the spotlight for potential scouting and invaluable international stage experience, unfortunately, this experience is always few and far between for our region. And where it gets very interesting in both of their joint statements is the clear tone of voice when they say, unfortunately, neither team will be able to attend the event due to last-minute travel complications. Both organizations worked persistently to secure travel for their teams and are disheartened to learn the news at this late stage. While this is a very disappointing outcome to a preventable scenario, we look forward to the open dialogue we now have with Riot to improve the opportunities for the OCE region and create a structured ecosystem with relevant global pathways. So tons of people upset, and rightfully so. You're left feeling so gutted for the Australian teams and the players and the staff who have worked endlessly all year round to make it to a last chance qualifier to have a chance, even just if it's just a slim chance to make what is going to be Valorant Worlds, the biggest event of the entire year. So you can imagine the letdown of what it must feel like for those teams. And it's got to be incredibly sucky, especially if it's circumstances outside of their own control, not just with COVID, but with how Riot Games was handling the situation to begin with. That just makes it all the more sucky. Now, also players talking about the format change, because with two less teams, does that mean a potential format change? And probably the last way we wanted this format change to even happen in the first place. But unfortunately, two Australian teams screwed by the LCQ, not just format, where it was going to be single elimination for them, but now by complex factors around travel. Was Riot Games at fault here? I guess we'll find out more in the future, but at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, it just sucks for those teams. So go reach out if you guys can to Chiefs and Team Order. I'm sure they would love the support and love right around now. Until next time, hope you guys all enjoy. Drink some water, drink some coffee. I'll catch you back here sometime soon. Take care.